Manchester United have gone ahead to beat the side of Man City, and Man City has gone ahead to lose by 2-1 at Wembley. And guess what? It has been an Erik ten Hag masterclass that went ahead, obviously, mastermind ahead of Pep Guardiola. And to show you that Manchester United was ahead at everything that they were doing, it was in the 30th minute when Garnacho went ahead, obviously capitalized onto that and found himself really scoring that beautiful goal. And then later in the 39th minute, Kobe Mainoo went ahead, obviously put in that goal, and it counted and made sense for the side of Manchester United. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out a story. On stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and we're here to obviously bring you exactly a little bit of a brief of how this game of football really went in through. But Manchester United came into this game of football when they had gone ahead to lose, I think, how many times consecutively? Because when you count the FA Cup, United lost 2-1 last season, and then they found themselves in a situation of losing 3-0 at Old Trafford and 3-1 at Etihad, meaning that they had gone ahead to lose 3 times in a row, and Man City hadn't gone ahead to beat Manchester United 4 times in a row. You get? And United was like, we are not going to allow this to obviously come in through and really happen to us. We are going to come in through and really put in a very huge shift, and obviously it required the youngsters Kobe Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho to put in that shift. For the side of Man City, I've already told you that if Manchester United has all what it has, its players, they'll obviously come in through and really put out a miracle, because they created the second goal, and that second goal was really a very huge build-up. When Lisandro Martinez is back, you see how these players really managed their stuff in what we call the build up from the back, and Man City was really struggling to obviously break that side of Manchester United. Erik ten Hag had Amrabat, Kobe Mainoo, Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, and Marcus Rashford plus Garnacho into the midfield. The compactness was really huge. Man City couldn't find a way to really score, and the only goal they scored, it required Jeremy Doku to obviously go in for that shot at the near post. And I think it's it's because of that weak effort for the man that really that a man that acts as a custodian for that goal of Manchester United, that is none other than Onana, to let it in, and it really resulted into what you saw in there for you. So it is really very important to note that Manchester United is really gonna play in the UEFA Europa League, and Chelsea fans are really gonna be pissed because Chelsea are now gonna be playing in the Conference League. The moment United went ahead to obviously win, you obviously have to understand that they're going to go into the UEFA Europa League. And for Pep Guardiola, he couldn't obviously win what we call a double. United have gone ahead to stop him, and they had gone ahead, by the way, to schedule their plan for the trophy parade tomorrow in Manchester, knowing that they are going to be having an FA Cup with them. So it wasn't the case. Erik ten Hag denied them exactly what they expected this to be about. I told you that when you watch that game at Etihad, if Erik ten Hag had better options off the bench, City was not going to win that game, because this time round Lisandro Martinez got an injury and they brought on Evans. Then they had to bring on Lindelof, they had to bring on Mason Mount, they had to bring on Rasmus Højlund. You understand? He had better options off the bench. The other time he had Kambuala, who else? Mason Mount was not available, and other youngsters, meaning that he couldn't obviously find himself into a situation of really making it better. But this time around, and really had a very better team to obviously flaunt onto the field of play, it gave him the results that he wanted as a manager, and he managed the game very well, to an extent that they pulled one back in the 87th minute, preventing City to score and really have a clear-cut chance for 87 minutes. Guys, you must have gone ahead, obviously, put out what we call a master class. And Manchester United are the FA Cup champions, and I think they've now gone ahead to equal with Arsenal in there for you. I think Man United had gone ahead to win it 15 times, and Arsenal had gone ahead to win it 16 times. And here we come to bring you what the stats were like. 19 shots by Man City, 11 shots by Man United. 4 shots on target by Man City, 5 shots on target by Man United, 74% ball possession by Man City. United had a ball possession of 26%, and I don't find it any surprising that United had really a little possession, because you all know what that meant in there for you, because Man City are the kings of really having that lion's share. I was doing the match day live and told United fans that I won't be surprised about the ball possession, because when you look at the side of Arsenal, it's one of the best sides that can obviously go head to head with City. But guess what? Do they go head to head? The answer is no. They don't go to head. They don't go head to head with the side of City. Arsenal surrenders possession, and they obviously hit Man City onto the break. 664 passes completed by Man City, and Manchester United completed 248 passes. 90% passing accuracy by Man City, 76% passing accuracy by Manchester United, 7 fouls by Man City and 11 fouls by Man United. 1 yellow card to Man City, 2 yellow cards to Man United, 0 red cards to both sides, 1 offside to Man City and 3 offsides to Man United. 7 corners to Man City, 7 corners to Man City and 1 corner to Manchester United. But amid this Man City having a lion's share of everything, the side of Manchester United won the game, because I've always told you that even if you really find yourself in a position of really having a lion's share of the possession, lion's share of the shots on target, and you don't really score more goals than your opponent, and your opponent outscores you, you obviously lose. And that's what is going to happen to Man City. They're going to hit to lose out. But that first goal, you see to it that there was a huge miscommunication between the centre back of Man City and the goalkeeper, you know. But Pep Guardiola had lots of buttons to press. He brought in Jeremy Doku. He brought on Julian Alves. He brought on Akanji. And who else? He brought on like 4 players, you know, but they couldn't obviously turn this around. And I've always told you that if any manager is serious, he can really stop Man City. All you have to do is find yourself in a situation of really keeping it tight at the back. You saw it when Arsenal was drawing with them 0-0. Arsenal had the better chances. They never had the lion possession, but they had better chances, and they would have gone ahead to really win the game of football if at all they were really clinical. So that's how Man City have gone ahead to end the season. And for the Premier League teams, the season is over. It's over, and we know that the Champions League is going to be played on the weekend. 1st June, that's when the Champions League is going to be played, and it's all going to be coming through at Wembley. Pep Guardiola has been outclassed by Erik ten Hag, and he went ahead and really talked about him. He complimented and acknowledged him that he's a very good manager, but the problem is one. The problem is one. No manager can operate with 60 plus injuries in a season and really get a better season. And you saw to it that in the final games of the season, when he had his players back, he played really very well. You saw it against Arsenal. Ten Hag really had a very good game, but Manchester United couldn't score. One against Newcastle, one against Brighton, and Manchester United have gone ahead to coming through and really put in a shift to win against the side of Man City, a side that is really taken to be the best team in the world. They are no longer underdogs. I was looking at one of the pundits that I really follow much in my country, known as Lumansi David. He said that Man City are no longer underdogs. Way back they are underdogs, but to show you that they're the favorites in every game, even when they're playing Real Madrid, one of the most successful clubs in the world, and it still is, and it's going to be playing the Champions League finale next week, over the weekend. It said that Madrid are coming in as underdogs and Man City are coming in as the favorites. So it shows you how big they've gone ahead to obviously show this. But you saw to it that the players of Man City really lacked the rhythm. And that was the plan I told, that if Man United want to obviously get points from this game and really lift the trophy, they have to frustrate Man City. If they reach 20 minutes without scoring a goal, Man City will get frustrated because they will obviously try to do a lot and cook a lot. And this is where I told you that when you hear that the manager of Man City, Pep Guardiola, is going in for Douglas Luiz or Bruno Guimaraes, or Olise, he knows exactly what he's all about. He needs players that can craft out something different and really open up teams, because that side of Man City has quality. But when you look at the low block that United went ahead to pack in the second half, because in the first half, United really played a high press game, and they really had space behind their half, But in the second half, they obviously went ahead to play a low block. But Rafael Varane, what a way to say goodbye to the club of Manchester United fans, and how he went ahead to put in a shift. He defended him very well, put in a shift, and Manchester United are the champions of the FA Cup. Man City have gone ahead to be beaten by Manchester United, and guess what? They've been destroyed, and the man called Pep Guardiola is really in tears because his team has gone ahead to lose. But that's what football is all about. You cannot dominate forever. Eric Ten Hag, when he came in through, said every era comes to an end. That's how I conclude my video. See you later. I'm going to be doing a live video onto the onto the United Matters channel for like 1 hour. You can join me there for a further detailed explanation of how this game of football really happened at the stadium of Wembley. Bye bye.